born in what, 77?
81?
Because it seemed like every time I'm trying or get to, you know, the next level, it's like everybody else, I'm left blindsided because I'm like, damn, she couldn't tell me this at the house? Like, she.
I personally think there are couples on this show this season that can actually go the distance. Nicole and Chris, I'm on edge because Nicole, I think, is putting her best foot forward. And I think the moment she sort of forgets to focus and she does something silly, Chris is going to leave her. But then, anyway, I digress. And also, I like Kirsten and Shaq. I wish Kirsten would realize that Shaq is an amazing guy and should stop playing up the way she is. But anyway, hey there, it's Valerie. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe, leave a like and a comment. In this episode, I'll be reviewing Married at First Sight, Season 16, Episode 11. So the episode starts with Kirsten meeting up with her friend, and they're at a pedicure spa and sort of having a conversation about her marriage. And in my opinion, I think Kirsten expected Shaq to chase her because she's stunning and, you know, she's, I think, most guys' dream girl, and I think this is why she behaved the way she behaved, expecting Shaq to chase her. And I think Shaq at first was very interested in her, and then the more she kept saying, I wasn't attracted to him, it sort of put him off. And instead of her saying, I wasn't attracted to him at first, but now I am attracted to him, I can't wait to see him when he comes from work. I want to be all over him. I want him by my side all the time. She hasn't said that. And so I think Shaq is waiting for that. And I think this is the reason why he has decided to take a step back and just let her be, because he doesn't want to keep applying pressure to someone who doesn't want him. And this is what I wish her friend had told her, because she was saying, oh, I want him to hug me. I want him to come home and give me a kiss and this and that. And it's like, no, you told this man, you weren't attracted to him. You told him there was no attraction building in front of Pastor Carl, even though he thought things were building. And so he decided to take a step back and thought, why should I waste my time? You should have come back to him and said, I just want you to know that this is where I am. I feel the attraction is building with us and I'm happy with that. I want us to explore further. I want us to do A, B, C, D. But she didn't do that. And this is why she's stuck where she's stuck. Nicole invites her dad to their apartment. I like her dad. He was very honest with Chris, because Chris, I think, is trying to be at times he can be a bit selfish, but he's trying to accommodate Nicole, and because he's putting his best foot forward, Nicole is also putting her best foot forward, and I think he's a people pleaser. I'm going to use this term that I used on Bane last season. I think Chris is another people pleaser, and he's trying to find his way out of being a people pleaser, and it's a pity that it's either going to swing from one end to another, or he's going to be able to sort of moderate that. And I think this is what Nicole's dad was telling him when he said, he needs some big D energy. He doesn't have to be all, in someone's face and stuff. He can be quiet and still be, assertive in his stance. And I like the advice Nicole's dad gave him. I like the fact that he told him, don't keep taking a step back to accommodate Nicole, because she'll keep taking a step forward. You need to take a step back, but always remember to take another step forward, so that she understands that just because you've left a gap, that doesn't mean it's time for her to fill it in. And then Arris meets up with his friends to discuss his marriage. I'm sorry, but I don't understand Arris. He's saying that, he's telling his friend, I like girls whereby they are either not your type, but they're funny and you like that about them, and or, they have this swag about them. Jasmine is a stunning woman. Jasmine is very eloquent. She's very articulate in what she says. She always makes sure that she's properly dressed, she's well groomed. What else does he want from her? The problem is, I think he's used to those girls that are always, twerking and shaking their butts in his face, and girls that are quick to jump on him and stuff. And because Jasmine is not that, I think this is why he's starting to hide behind the fact that I'm not attracted to her. I'm not attracted. And I like the fact that his friend said, if you were to ask Jasmine, you might be surprised. She might say the same thing about you. This is what I've said before. There are so many people that went on the show that wanted to get married and put in the work. Jamie was in tears on her wedding day because she didn't like Doug. She couldn't stand his face. She couldn't stand anything about him. They've been married for God knows how many years now. Shanice and Jeffy was refusing to go into the same bedroom with Shanice on their wedding night. He refused on their honeymoon because he said he wasn't attracted to her. And yet they're married with a child. Laura is what, 4 or 5 years old? So I don't get this idea of someone sticking to, oh, I'm not attracted to them. They're not my type. Your type has refused you. You need to be open-minded and move on with the process. Otherwise, check out and leave someone alone before you cause them more damage. That's my opinion, because he's wasting Jasmine's time going through this process when he's not in it. He should just tell the experts, I'm sorry, but I wanted divorce, and move on and allow Jasmine to move on. And I bet you there'll be a lot of guys in her DMs wanting her and ready to marry her. So Clint, Gina, um, Nicole, and um, Chris go on their 1 month anniversary celebration, and they take the Redneck Bus tour. And I liked it. I liked it. I was a bit like, how will it go with all of them being in one place? But I actually was surprised at how they were able to, both couples were able to feed off one another. Even Clint and Gina were not as awkward as they are normally. I like the fact that they asked the bartender for advice because he said he was married. And Clint, the bartender's advice was, you need honesty. And then Clint jokingly said, we've been told we're too honest. And it's nice to see them make light of an issue that they had in their marriage. This is what I was saying about Kirsten, in the fact that Clint and Gina seem to have addressed the issues that they had on their honeymoon, and they're now joking about it, or are not sort of harboring any ill feelings from that incident. And so I think this is the problem that Shaq and Kirsten are having, in the sense that these two have discussed their issue. They've managed to find a way over it. Whereas Kirsten keeps telling everyone, I wasn't attracted to him, I wasn't attracted to him, but hasn't told anyone that the attraction is grown. And she keeps saying, I want to be his priority. But you can't be a priority to someone who you don't show that you even care about, or that you're interested in him making your priority. So Arris took Jasmine to a rage room, and I think it was good for her, because I think Jasmine is someone who's very composed in herself and rarely sort of lets go. And I think because she's always had to have a great reputation for her pageants and stuff, I think this is why she doesn't lash out, because she's been taught etiquette and stuff, how to present herself as a woman and stuff. And so it was nice to see her just release. And as much as it was nice for her to release, I think Arris needs to tap into what Jasmine likes to do. I think this, yes, it was good for her, but this showed that he doesn't pay her attention. I will still go back to the fact that his cousin hasn't done him any favors by criticizing and his decision to get married at first sight, and also criticizing his partner that he's been matched with. And this is why things are not working. Everybody wakes up, they're happy. It's 1 month anniversary day. Clint is still hungover because of the moonshine that he was tasting. He said he liked all flavors. Gina and him seem to be on a good foot. They seem to be getting along, which is surprising from where they started. They are talking about recreating their Jamaica trip, which sadly they were lost and took forever to get to, and I think they just ended up finding the nearest waterfall and taking them there. So it's nice to see them release. Kirsten, I think, likes Shaq now, but she doesn't know how to let him know that she likes him, and this is the issue. I like Chris. Chris, wrote a message for Nicole, had this little sort of toy helicopter just to sort of demonstrate what they were going to do. It was sweet. And Nicole has been very accommodating for her husband, because she thought he meant for them to play with little toy helicopters, and then was surprised when he said, he had booked for them to go on this trip, and which was great for them, which shows that he's paying attention, unlike Arris. But hey, I digress. I loved Shaq and Kirsten's 1 month anniversary date. I'm going to repeat this. There are people in this experiment as we speak that I wish would focus, and they would be surprised with the partner they've been matched with. Kristen is number 1 on that list. Kristen needs to pay attention to Shaq, because Shaq is amazing. I've said this. He's intelligent. He's articulate. He's very emotionally mature. And so I don't know what else she needs from him. He doesn't have head. Fine. people at their age, at his age, their hair starts falling out. So that's not something that you can harp on. She needs to accept that he's good looking, and she needs to accept that he's willing to put in the effort to you know, progress in their relationship. And if she is not careful, she's going to lose this man, and she's going to regret this decision that she made. She needs to start from today, because this is the other side of the marriage. They're getting towards decision day, and Shaq is right to say we have to get to decision day first before we can get to a lifetime. There's no point in promising each other a lifetime if the lifetime is going to be the same. I don't want to commit myself to a marriage that's similar to what we're experiencing at the moment, because this is not it for me. And Kirsten is, well, I want to make sure that he's in it for the long haul. You have a way better partner. Jasmine would give her left foot to have Shaq as compared to the man she's married to, because the man she's married to is very emotionally immature. And so to have someone who listens to you and knows what you like to do, and speaks to the production about arranging a date for you somewhere where you would like to have gone yourself, that's amazing. I don't know what they're saying about Wolves. What is she not doing? I think we need to know more exactly of what is she not doing that Shaq is sort of worried about, because I don't get it. I don't know whether she's playing up to the cameras and then off camera she's totally different. You could see from Shaq's face he didn't want to say it, but something is not right. And then I really like Jasmine and Arris's date. I like the fact that it was a sit down. They had the opportunity to go through their wedding pictures. They went through their vows, and Jasmine was able to pull him up, because he promised to show up every day. And she asked Arris, "Have you been showing up every day?" And he said, "No, but I promised to do that." And I'm like, Arris is another person who has an amazing partner, but is wasting his partner on his silliness. And sadly, I don't think he'll ever be able to find himself a girl that's as amazing as Jasmine is, or a girl that looks like Jasmine. I don't understand his obsession with, oh, I like ladies with big butts and stuff. And it's like, a big butt does not make a good person. This is an amazing lady. She works with kids. You have to be a special type of person to work with children. She is loving. She is caring. She is supportive. When you were sick, she was there for you, even though she barely knew you. What else do you want from a partner? I loved Nicole and Chris's date. They went on the helicopter, and it was sweet. It was nice. It was romantic. It was them, and I like Chris for Nicole, because Chris somehow, without trying, is able to bring out the best qualities in Nicole, in the sense that she's not too in your face. I think even the producers are like, "What the hell happened to Nicole?" Because at the start of the season, she sort of was a bit of a bridezilla, and suddenly she's just calmed down, and it's nice to see that, and it's nice to see them appreciate how they treat each other and how they feel about the other. That's great. And then Clint and Gina were continued with their Jamaican themed celebration. So they went home, they had the Jamaican decorations, their Jamaican food, and it was sweet. I like their sense of humor. It seems when they're in a good place, they're very good. I don't know whether Gina's just doing this so that she stays on the show or whatever, but I think Clint is good for her. I think she needs to pay attention to Clint, because irregardless of what he said at the resort, I think he was sort of doing tit for tat, because Gina had hurt his feelings and he wanted to hurt her feelings. But otherwise, he comes across as amazing, and her dog really likes him, which must say something. At the couples mix up, I was a bit confused who made Nicole, the expert, but hey, it is what it is. I think she's the one who's most vocal and not afraid to address anything. This is why they asked her to sort of, I think the producers asked her to ask the questions. With Clinton Gina, I like the fact that she was honest and told them that I didn't have any hopes of you two making it. So I'm surprised that you're actually where you are, because I didn't expect this to go past, the time you two fell out. And then with Aries and Jasmine, the attraction question came up, and I think everybody can see that Aries is playing games, and it's sad that he's playing games with someone who is sort of above him. He's sort of punching and doesn't realize that he's punching, and has decided to make this woman feel less than she is, and because he's telling her that I'm not attracted to you, I'm not this, and it's like, this woman is amazing. It's a pity that you can't see it. And then I liked when she asked, Kirsten and Shaq. But Shaq was taken back because Kirsten, I think in private, is doing totally different things to what she's doing in public. I think in public, she doesn't want to come across as she was very eager for Shaq, just in case Shaq turns her down. But I think she is attracted to Shaq, and I think she's seen the good qualities Shaq has, and this is why she's trying to fight to make sure that they succeed. I know a lot of people are saying, oh, she's not attracted. I think she's attracted to him. The way she keeps rubbing his head, whatever. She knows that she is, in my opinion, most people might not agree. Kirsten is punching. Shaq is educated. Shaq is good looking. Shaq is emotionally intelligent. Shaq is, you know, he is self made and he is ambitious. So the chances of her getting a man that age who is single with no baggage of children or whatever are very unlikely. And so if she loses this, she's going to regret this. I wish she could appreciate this for what it is, like people in previous Married at First Sight seasons. I have said this before. I wish they could sort of have mixers with couples like all the couples really, because they've been through some stuff. And so I wish they could bring them in two couples every week to sort of, when the participants sort of meet up as a group, have those couples come in, sit down with the participants and sort of tell them about find out what's going on with them, give them their advice from their experience in the process, in the experiment, and where they are now. And this might help a lot of couples, and actually I think their success rate might actually go up. But anyway, I digress. It's good to see that Dr. Pepper is coming in next week. I can't wait for next week's episode. But anyway, thanks guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Bye.